A little more than a year ago, or 13 months exactly, actually, I went on a trip with a friend to Acadia National Park. And I didn't realize it at the time, but that trip probably saved my life. In June of 2024, I was 415 pounds. I was diabetic, I had severe lymphedema in my leg, a number of other ongoing health issues, and I got into a place where I was no longer able to do the things that I loved: camping, hiking, exploring the outdoors, landscape photography. My friend Devin and I, who's also a photographer, took a weekend trip to Maine, hoping to visit Acadia National Park and take some cool photos and see some really cool things. Unfortunately, on that trip, neither one of us were in a condition to actually do any of those things. All we were really able to do was just park and walk 50 to 100 feet away from our parking spot. We couldn't really go any further. I remember struggling to walk down the hill to Jordan Pond. Now there's a 3.5-4 mile loop that goes around the pond. We didn't even consider doing. We just walked to the edge of the water, took some photos, and then struggled back up the hill to go take a break. It was during that trip that I realized if I didn't change something fast, I was going to die. And now that's not an exaggeration. I could feel it. I needed help. Soon after I got home, I started making drastic changes to my diet. I cut out carbs, I cut out fast food, and during that time I was working through the prerequisites for the bariatric program that I had joined 4 years prior but had abandoned. By October of 2024, I had lost 33 pounds and I was cleared and ready for a gastric sleeve surgery. Now there's a lot that goes into a 195-pound weight loss, and the surgery doesn't do it all for you. It just helps you get started. So I've had to build a whole new relationship with food and change my eating habits entirely. I'm on a very self-imposed, strict diet that I follow religiously, prep as many of my meals as I can. And most importantly, as soon as I was medically cleared to, about 30 days after surgery, I started a gym routine. Initially, for the first 6 months, it was 3 days a week of weight training. And when I felt that I was getting to a point where I could do more, I moved to 5 days a week. And I've been doing that for the last few months. As a matter of fact, the only days that I've actually missed out of that whole period since I started after surgery was for this trip. This week, 13 months and 195 pounds later, Devin and I went back to Acadia. But this time, everything was different.
Lucky just to be alive. Another day we get to open our eyes and live like it's the first time. So let's live it right. Come on, let's live it right.
I was able to hike the full loop around Jordan Pond this time easily. And that's something we couldn't even have considered last time. We even added extra time and distance because we were backtracking so much to film different clips of us walking and hiking and scrambling over the rock falls. We were able to climb cliffs at Otter Cliffs and Thunder Hole and jump from rock to rock, things that, honestly would have made my ankles hurt just thinking about last year. And even though we were in the same place as last year, we felt like completely different people. I didn't plan on that first trip to Acadia to change my life, but it did. If you're in a place where you feel stuck like I did, just know that it's never too late to start fighting for your life. If you want to hear more about my journey, my surgery, or just see cool trips that I've dreamed about for years, subscribe to my channel. And if you're going through your own transformation, just remember, you are worth the effort.